Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Robin and this is Robin Reads. So good to be here with you today, whatever day that is. And on today, I'm doing the mid-year book Freakout tag. Now, has the middle of the year already happened? Yes. Am I late? Yes. But by Robin standards, is that on time? Hell yes. Also, did I prepare the answers to any of these? Absolutely not. So let's get into the questions and see what answers I kind of pull out of my ass. So first question, best book I read so far in 2021. And hands down, that was Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I read it as part of a buddy read with Dasha and Ray. Fell in love with Kaz Brecker. He's just a wonderful human in my eyes. Good storytelling, felt very different from Shadow and Bone trilogy and also from the other duology but I loved it. I loved Six of Crows. Cricket Kingdom, not as much. Still liked it, but just, yeah. Question 2, best sequel that I read in 2021. And even though it's part of a series, but it's not like a sequential series, but I don't care. It's Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert. I loved it. I loved Zaf and I loved Danny. I liked them as a couple. And then I also liked them as have their own inner struggles while trying to be together. I just loved it. It was so good. Question 3, new release that I haven't read but I want to read, and that's Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I really liked The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and what was that other one? Do you know? You don't? Okay. It was Daisy Jones and the Six. So I really, really enjoyed those two, and so I think that I'm probably going to enjoy Malibu Rising. I just haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm looking forward to getting to it. Question 4, most anticipated release for the second half of the year. And that goes to, hands down, A Psalm of Swords and Silence? No. Yes, A Psalm of Storms and Silence by Roseanne A. Brown. It is a sequel to A Song of Wraith and Ruin. I loved it when I read that last year, and I cannot wait for the next book because I need to know what happens to Karina because she just means so much to me and I need her to be okay always. Question 5, biggest disappointment. In fact, there are two books. It would be King of Scars and Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. I was looking for a Nikolai duology, and did I get that? No. I got a Zoya biography. Not that I mind a Zoya biography, it's just not what I was expecting. It didn't give me what it was supposed to give, and I was upset about it a little bit. A lot. Question 6 is biggest surprise. And for that one, I'm going to say The Deep by River Solomon. This is surprising for a couple of reasons. One, I don't really read short stories, anything less than 200 pages. I don't really gravitate to. I don't know why. And 2, I didn't expect it to hit me and all of these feelings that I had when I read it. So I ended up loving it. And I can't believe I hadn't gotten to it earlier. But I was actually, I thought that I would like it, but I didn't think I was going to love it. And I did. It made me happy. Question 7, favorite new author. Or new to me, and for that I'm gonna say Talia Hibbert. I read Get a Life Chloe Brown, Take a Hint Danny Brown, and Act Your Age Eve Brown, and I love them all. I think she may just be an auto-buy author for me now because the way that she wrote those 3 books and how much I enjoyed them just made me feel like I always want to see what she's going to write. If she wants to write a 4th book about how one of them gets married and or has a baby or starts a business. She could write about anything. I don't care what she writes about. It doesn't even have to be about the Brown sisters. I just want more Talia Hibbert in my life. Question 8 is newest fictional crush. And I don't really get fictional crushes. I could say Kaz Brecker, but like also he's underage and so weird. But if a Kaz Brecker like person wants to come into my life who is of age, I would probably fall for them. Or alternatively, I would say Nikolai. He's witty, he's funny, sometimes self-deprecating. I love it. Which is why Rule of Wolves and King of Scars was so disappointing. But I'm going to let that go. I need to let it go for me. Question 9, newest favorite character. And I know I keep bringing up these books, but I think I was immersing them for so long at the beginning of the year that like they are just with me now. But it'll be Inej from Six of Crows. I loved her. She was smart and she could hold her own against Kaz Brecker, and I mean, she's just a badass. She's Inej. Like, duh. Question 10. Book that made me cry. Interestingly enough, I don't think I cried reading anything this year. No, that's not true. On top of reading my first short story in God knows how long, I also read my first like anthology in who knows how long, and that was Love in Color by Bolu Babalola. And I remember like listening to certain stories in there and just being like weeping. Some of them were really heartfelt, some of them were a little sad. All relates to love, and it just had me in my feelings a little bit during some of the stories. So that was a book that made me cry. Question, I don't know what question we're on, to be honest. Let's take a gander. Question 11, book that made you happy. That would be, God, what was a book that made me happy? Do books make me happy anymore? Furthermore by Tahira Mafi. It's middle grade following Alice, who discovers that being the same is not always the best. And sometimes it's what makes you different that helps you in life. But it just made me happy. It was so heartfelt and warm and fuzzy, even though the craziest shit was happening in it. And I loved it, and I cannot wait to get to Witchwood, which is the next book. Even though it doesn't follow Alice at all, and I think it's like a completely different story, but maybe centered in the same world? I don't know. We're going to find out. Ask me again in December. Hopefully I will have read it by December. Question 12. Most beautiful book you've bought this year or received? Excellent question. Let me pause. I'll be back. Okay, so I have 2 books, not potentially, I have 2 books, actually. One was gifted to me by Dasha. It is The Beautiful Ones by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. It's just, the woman on the cover is just gorgeous. Something about the greens, the blues, it's really doing it for me. And the second I've already talked about is Love in Color. And it's just, I think it's something about the bright colors, the couple. Look at this beautiful brown skin. Like I love it. You can't really like see it in all of its glory. But it reminds me a lot of like, I used to have another book that kind of was like similar colors and just very bright and happy. And those are the most beautiful books that I've gotten this year. And question 13, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? And I feel like this question is a joke because like, all of them. I need to read all of these books in here. If you watched my last video, you know that I have 115, probably more, because I went book shopping for my birthday, got some books from friends and family. So now I have more books in here to read. But when A Psalm of Storms and Silence comes to me, I will definitely be getting to that. And then I have a couple of other books that I pre-ordered that I can't think of right now. I love pre-orders because like you order them and then you forget about them and then voila, one day they show up and it's like, where did this come from? And your credit card is like, never forget, bitch. But so I have all of my pre-orders coming that I need to read, but most specifically A Psalm of Storms and Silence. And then, yeah, those are the books I need to read. That one specifically, the books in my house I need to read. And that's really it. So, I hope you had a good time. I had a good time thinking of what did I read this year so far. And if you want to do it, then boom, you are tagged. Welcome to the late train along with me. I'm always looking for company. And with that said, until next time, bye.